go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Down, right 85. 54, watch 54. Hey man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, I'm coming.
To throw his Carr. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing now is Carr. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
At the Bears' 36-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
We're good. 180.
Now Carr. This pass complete to Higgins. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
3rd and 1.
Down. You 180. I'm coming for you. You mine.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Monday, down. 185. Double dog. That's the way.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Right now. Waiting. Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Carr now on first down. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 36-yard line.
Look at him. 50, Mike 50. It's just me and you. It's just me.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
20.
From the gun, here's Newton. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Mike 54. Cut. Mike 54 is Mike. Check.
Well, following the interception, here's Newton. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
That's it. 180. Mike 50. They're going to need some therapy after this. Watch the shit.
On 2nd down, Freeman. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. Got an open man, it's Ratley. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Oh, you got deep?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Carr. Open man is Higgins. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Out of bounds at the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
One down. 280. Mike 58 right there. I'm coming.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 42.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
Carr now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Barkley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think in clement weather, plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
Carl come up here with a 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
58 to Mike. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. He's got Higgins over the middle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Carr going to throw. Complete to Dorsett. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Down. You're wide, Eddie. Watch the curl. Watch the curls.
Carr to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On 2nd and goal. Carr, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 8 yards out, and the Eagles have taken the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run. Devontae Freeman. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Third and 2, Newton. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Touchdown, Chicago. DK Metcalf, 51 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. Carl try it again on 2nd down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here comes Grant on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bears take over.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards is the pickup there on a 1st down for Chicago. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Newton. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Set. 780. Mike, 34. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Catch it. 20. 8.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton Steps away to his left. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Ready? Right to the 3. Here we go again. Gun. Stick guy. Check stick guy.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Let's go.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And the kick by Rosas is good. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. That'll be taken in the end zone. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Here we go. Look at it. 54. Hey, check. No. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. Oh, he's got some... Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Chicago.
We got 6.
Devontae Freeman, 47 yards as the Bears push further out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Second and 8 at the 33-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Hey, 58 is a mic. Go 58.
Card out a throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
At the 47-yard line.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
At the 40-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Freeman again. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Hey, D-back, let's go. Pick it up.
20.
Check 49.
This is Grant. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out as the Bears push further out in front. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
From the 41, Carr. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10, right at the 40. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 20-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end.
Great.
You got three down. Kill. Check 4.
Now it's Freeman. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, 4 down. Check Mike 34. Mike 34. Hey, come on.
They'll try the air now with Newton. This one into the hands of Metcalf. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Switch.
This is Freeman. Freeman a first down and more. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Devontae Freeman. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Bears push further out in front.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those. Yeah,
I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the pass.
Throwing on first down is Carr. He's got Jack Doyle. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
734. 58, right over there.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Hey, 780. Check Mike 54. Gun.
They'll run on first down. It's Freeman, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Eagles' 40-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Freeman. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. Touchdown, Chicago. Devontae Freeman saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will extend this big lead.
Eagles 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 58, Mike.
Throwing again. Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. On 1st down, it's Freeman. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Devontae Freeman. 26 yards. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, here's Love. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Slam. Choke, go. Bang, 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 bang.
Staying on the ground, it's Love.
Run.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Check.
On 3rd down, here's Love. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. To give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Hey, alert 3.
They'll run with Love. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Rosas to add the extra point. And it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. From the gun, Carr. Throwing middle, and it's complete. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. There goes a deep ball in zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They'll start the drive with Love here. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And they will take a knee here.
On the keeper. A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, no. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Here's Sam Martin now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Watch out for Hill on the return. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Right now. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
One final try now for Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And a disappointing way to close out the season. He got into the playoffs but couldn't really make any noise.